What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We're going to be starting out with this first video titled, Trump Erupts as Lawsuit Targets White House Ballroom. They're constantly going after Trump's ballroom. They don't like him having that much room for his balls. Then we got a video that's titled, Ye apologizes for antisemitic comments and blames brain injury. That's nice. Kanye West is going ham. He was doing crazy stuff and hanging out with Alex Jones, and then he disappeared for a couple months, and he came back, and he claims he has a 25-year-old brain injury, and that's why he was saying those things. It's not suspicious at all. Then we got a video that's titled, 7 Killed and 1 Seriously Injured in Plane Crash at Bangor Airport. The FAA says planes falling out of the sky. Happens every week, I guess. Then we got a video that's titled, Democrats vow to oppose Homeland Security money increasing shutdown chance. So it looks like we're going to be walking towards another government shutdown. I don't know. They made a big deal out of the last one. It was the Democrats' fault that time, too. So we'll see how this goes. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Colty, and it's titled, Well, He Tried. Then getting back into the news, we got a video. It's titled, Hochul demands Noam resigns or be fired after second deadly ICE shooting in Minneapolis. I don't know. They've been saying that Kristi Noam needs to be impeached or whatever. I don't think it's going to get any traction, but they're going to keep hooting and hollering. Then we got a video titled, Greg Bovino and some Border Patrol staff being sent home from Minnesota. Now, earlier we covered the press briefing, and they were talking about Tom Homan going to Minnesota and stuff, but apparently they're going to be sending the Border Patrol away from Minnesota. So I don't know if they're going to regroup and come back or what the situation is, but this has come out since the press briefing. This is newer news than what happened at the press briefing. So it seems like they're having a little back and forth in Minnesota, but we'll see how that goes. Then we got a video that's titled, Repeat Offender Charged in Triple Murder. This is kind of an interesting story. It's another one where people claim mental illness and get off the hook. And then for the last little bit of the news, it is Lefties Losing It. And today it's titled, Unintentionally Hilarious Bananas and Rice Explanation. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. We got more hot sauce. And then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Colty, and it's titled, How Deceitful. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Sly Dog, and it's titled, Some Hate Trump, but everyone likes Trump impressions. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Guessum? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Obnoxious Scott? What's up, Zero? Happy freedom, you hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Kevin, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, Kevin. I appreciate you racing in the chat. What's up, All Rise? Happy freedom to you. It's been a minute. What's up, Obnoxious Scott? You're omnipresent. I appreciate you. Let me see. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Free the Texan? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Stowner? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Too Old to Care? What's up, Elisa? What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Elder Zoomer? If I can get you already. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's see. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, High Toe? What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you guys. Scrolling through. What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jagula? Happy freedom. Zero, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Palms? Happy freedom to you. I think we got everybody. Make sure you hooligans hit that like button. Get us back on the front page. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom. I did not go to the post office, Meta. I totally forgot until right this second. I will go tomorrow. I will be at the post office tomorrow, I promise. Happy freedom to you, though. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Jim? What's up, Low Ender? Happy freedom, you hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? Mr. Satan, you were first over here. Happy freedom to you, and you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Nephilah? Happy freedom. What's up, Bree? What's up, Joe? What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, CJ? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kelly? Happy freedom. Let me see. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ralph? What's up, Scott? What's up, Robin Hood? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Debbie? What's up, Tim Mack? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Tander? Happy freedom to you. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Appreciate you being here. You hooligans are welcome to hit that like button as well. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with this first video titled President Trump Erupts as Lawsuit Targets White House Ballroom. They don't let President Trump do anything. They make everything a big deal. Come on, GoofTube, waiting on your bullshit here. There we go. Now, like I said, they're going after President Trump's ballroom. Go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Well, President Trump going on a tirade against the National Trust for Historic Preservation over what he calls their, quote, ridiculous lawsuit in an effort to block further construction of his new White House ballroom, which is already under construction. The president wrote on Truth Social this, quote, making such a large gift to the USA was thought to be by almost everyone a wonderful thing to do, but no, as usual, I got sued. This time by the radical left National Trust for Historic Preservation, a group that couldn't care less about our country. So that lawsuit was filed in December after, Maria, the October demolition of the East Wing. And by all accounts so far from the schematics that we've seen, it's going to be a beautiful ballroom where you can entertain leaders from around the world, host dinners, make the White House, a little more welcoming and beautiful.
Yeah.
But still the lawsuit's out there. What can we say?
Well, absolutely. Liz, I think what is not said enough in this whole conversation is you're talking about a president, a commander-in-chief that has a special skill set that he came to office with, and that is building, construction. Having built and constructed umpteen golf courses and hotels and restaurants and clubs across the country and across the world. I mean, who else would you want to be designing and building a ballroom in the White House other than someone who has that special skill set? And, of course, the president has been all over the world at various dinners. The King of England, in Saudi Arabia, and the King of Saudi, he has seen the quality of what is required to host his allies and adversaries from across the world. Your reaction?
Yeah, Maria, this is Trump derangement syndrome at its very finest. Everyone knows that we need a new ballroom. Having national dinners, state dinners in a tent is not only insecure, and by the way, there have been security breaches of those dinners in the past. It is ridiculous and humiliating. So, yes, we need a ballroom. It's being funded privately, so it kind of gets rid of the argument that this is a waste of taxpayer money. Some Democrats have called for demolition of this ballroom after they take back the White House, whenever that is. What a ridiculous idea. I will guarantee you, Maria, the first state dinner hosted by a Democrat president, everyone is going to be raving about having a secure, beautiful, America-appropriate venue for that state dinner.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right, like I said, they're going after President Trump's ballroom there. I think it'll still work out. They just got to make everything difficult because that's what they do. They put the D in difficult. We're going to get right into this next one. Kanye West apologizing for anti-Semitic comments and blames a brain injury. I just think this is fun. That's the only reason I put this on the schedule. Last time we seen Kanye West, we couldn't even show it on YouTube because their community guidelines are softer than baby shit. So we had to play it on Rumble, X, and jeffmaclive.com, and we had Kanye West on Alex Jones, and who else? It was Nick Fuentes there? There was somebody else there, and everybody was all bent out of shape, and like I said, he disappeared, and he came back, and now he's really sorry, and he supposedly has a brain injury that's 25 years old. Hit that like button, and let's get into this.
Hey, Dean. Hello there, you guys. So over the years, Kanye West has expressed himself in a variety of different ways, from music to fashion to some very unusual ways. This morning, he is explaining himself in a full-page ad, paid ad, in the Wall Street Journal. West published the essay to the ad titled "To Those I've Heard." In it, he says, a car accident from 25 years ago caused undetected brain damage that led to bipolar disorder, with which he now lives. He says the disorder detached him from his true self, caused him to hurt the ones that he loved the most, adding that the disorder led him to using the swastika, even putting it on clothing that he was selling. He also writes that he regrets and is deeply mortified by his actions, and that he's committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. The letter ends with West saying a new regimen of medication, therapy, exercise, and clean living has led him to clarity. Says he's pouring his energy into positive art and new ideas to help the world, and that he aspires to earn forgiveness, asking patience and understanding. If you want to read the full ad, we've got it posted up at WGNTV.com. It's also in this morning's digital and hard copy of the Wall Street Journal.
Okay, that's nice and weird. Sounds weird to me. I don't know. We'll see. Because he disappeared. He came back. He was looking very different, acting different. Now he's really, really sorry. Anyways, next up, 7 killed and 1 seriously injured in plane crash at, I think it's Bangor Airport, says the FAA. It's coming up next. So first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these first 2 videos. The first one, once again, National Trust for Historic Preservation fighting President Trump over the ballroom, now filing a brand new lawsuit. And then the second video there, Ye is really sorry for saying anti-Semitic comments, saying a brain injury from a car accident 25 years ago gave him bipolar disorder, causing him to behave this way. Some say that he, well, like I said, there's a conspiracy out there. He's been replaced and that this is all just a part of it. Either way, like I said, we got this plane crash coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat. Russell, bipolar explains a lot, I suppose. What's weird is that he was like in and out of clinics before saying all that stuff. And he was saying that his family was forcing him to be committed and stuff like that, to be evaluated. And they didn't find any bipolar disorder then. It was after he disappeared after saying all that stuff and then came back looking like a different person. Now he's got bipolar disorder. And like, that's a little strange. I think he's got a handler again. That's what it sounds like to me. Is they're like, hey, we can't really fix everything you said and did because you did it for too damn long. So just go in there and tell them you're brain dead. Tell them you got shit wrong with your noggin, and people will just have to understand that because they really love mental illness right now. It's super trendy. So just say that you had a brain injury, you got a new label, it's called bipolar disorder, wave it around, demand special treatment. People will forget about the things you say, and it's working. It's good. It's good stuff. Good strategy. Anyway, Zero, his handler got a hold of him. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it sounds like to me, but, you know, what do I know? Matt Rogers, it sounds awesome. I like the stickers you got. Ghostly, dude's brains are scrambled eggs. He's been being used by the whole music industry for years. I feel bad for the dude. Yeah, like I say, the whole entertainment industry is just fancy human trafficking. It's crazy. It's crazy when you look at it from the perspective that I do, because I used to want to be a part of that stuff. This is what I went to school for. But after covering the news for 6 years, it's like, oh, it's actually really gross. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom. Snooks, do we eat balls only in ballroom? You can eat whatever you like, Snooks. That is up to you. That's a personal choice. Zero, tents on the lawn is an embarrassment. Yeah, I agree. Well, and I like them bringing up the lack of security, because we've covered a couple stories where some rando has hopped the fence at the White House and, you know, got tuned up or whatever. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have super wealthy, powerful people just sitting on the lawn waiting for something bad to happen. Ghostly, yeah, that all started after the car crash. You can't have your whole face caved in and walk away. Yeah, yep, through the wire. I remember that. I used to watch that on the way right before school. What's up, Angel? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Metal? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Italian? Happy freedom. You guys all stopping in. Appreciate you, hooligans. You moaning and groaning over there? You hush up. You hush that big booty up. Mm-hmm. He wants the fancy feast. Told me he had to wait. What's up, Pro Gun? Happy freedom to you. Italian, you think I'm beautiful? Dang. Appreciate you sliding through. Pro Gun, maybe if somebody hit him in the head really hard again, it would fix his bipolar. It's worth a try. I mean, I think so. They're going to put him on meds and have him sedated. What's up, Cobalt? Happy freedom to you. Nobody cared when Kanye tried to start his own religion 10 years ago. Yeah, and remember, he was running for president and stuff. He didn't have bipolar disorder then. Plasquack, some BS shit his lawyer made up. That's exactly what I think it is. Elder Zoomer, head injuries will mess you up like that. I know that they can, but it seems a little too strategic. I think he tarnished his image so much that he wasn't able to get deals and partnerships and stuff, so they're trying to blame it on mental illness. That way, if you refuse to work with him because of the things he said, well, now you're a bigot. You're a bad person because you don't like him because he has a brain injury, and that's what caused those things. So you should let him behave and say whatever he wants to because he's got bipolar disorder. Don't you know that? I'm like, so stupid. The world is so stupid. So I keep my ass indoors. What's up, Vice? Happy freedom to you. Make sure we got everybody. Cobalt, we must destroy the balls. I know, it's the Democrat way. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom to you. Lisa, I get so sick of the has-beens trying to be relevant. Yeah. Well, and it's all orchestrated. What's up, Large? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom. What's up, Tar Kitty? Happy freedom to you. Tar Kitty, I have no idea who you're talking about. What's up, Gene? Happy freedom. It looks like YouTube is taking their knee off my neck. I think we're actually being shared around the platform. Imagine that. After today, they'll hide us again. That's what they do. What's up, Madman? Happy freedom. What is your name? What's up, Tipsy Eagle? Happy freedom to you. Is Kanye still a gay fish? I think so. He likes those fish sticks. What's up, Sherry? Happy freedom to you. What's up, CJ? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, Twitch sucks. And you guys got to remind me, we have to shut off Twitch before we do the raid today. Otherwise, we might get in trouble because, you know, Twitch, they're real sensitive about us raiding. What's up, T. Anderson? Happy freedom to you. Now I'm going to have the gay fish song stuck in my head. It'd be like that sometimes. What's up, Hat the Cat? Happy freedom. What is your name? Zvan, happy freedom to you. Thank you for sliding through. What's up, Noad? What's up, Magic Moon? What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's go ahead and move forward here. Like I said, 7 killed, 1 seriously injured in a plane crash at the Bangor Airport. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but it's now been renamed the Bangor Airport. Come on, do the thing. Gotta throw a little magic on it like that. Anyways, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
We now know that 7 people have died at that plane crash that shut down Bangor International Airport last night. There is 1 survivor.
Yeah, 1 member of the flight crew is injured. According to the FAA report, which we just received moments ago, they're in serious condition. In a brief description of the incident, it says the aircraft crashed under unknown circumstances on departure, came to rest inverted, and then caught on fire. Let's get out to Jackie Mondry. She's joining us live from Bangor International Airport. Just attending a news conference. In Jackie, in recent minutes, we're learning more about all of this. What can you share with us?
Yeah, Jess, Terry, we learned 7 dead. 1 is still with us in critical condition. We learned that from the FAA, like you said, not from that press conference that you heard here on WMTW. There's still a lot of unknowns, but, you know, like we said, we just learned 7 dead, 1 survivor. The flight crashed as it was taking off from Bangor last night at about 7:45, and according to the plane's tail number, it is registered to a Houston law firm called Arnold and Itkin. About an hour ago, there was a press conference, and officials seemed to dodge questions related to why the plane was taking off in the first place because there was a storm coming in. The NTSB is expected to come to Bangor and investigate this crash in conjunction with the FAA. They're expected to be here in the next 24 hours or so, but the airport is expected to remain closed until at least Wednesday morning, and all flights leaving from Bangor will be canceled today. Live in Bangor, I'm Jackie Mondry for Maine's Total Coverage.
All right. Unfortunately, another plane falling out of the sky, and as always, I have no idea why that happened. 7 dead, 1 in critical condition. It's registered to a Houston law firm, and they have no idea why the plane crashed during takeoff. I assume that we'll probably have a follow-up on this once they, figure out more details, but a lot of times with these plane crashes, we never fill in all the blanks. We're going to get right into this next one because this next one's really short. Democrats vow to oppose Homeland Security money increasing the shutdown chance. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we just went through a shutdown, and it didn't affect me at all, but they were all bent out of shape, and I believe it was the longest one in history. Again, another record breaker. It was all the Democrats' fault. And here we are about to do it again. Once again, Democrats vow to oppose Homeland Security doll hairs, increasing the chance of a shutdown. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Democratic senators are vowing to oppose a funding bill for the Department of Homeland Security following the shooting death of a man in Minnesota. And that opposition increases the prospect of a partial government shutdown by week's end. 6 of the 12 annual spending bills for the current budget year have been signed into law. 6 more await Senate action. If senators fail to act by midnight Friday, funding for agencies covered under those remaining 6 bills will lapse. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says what's happening in Minnesota is, quote, appalling, and he's pledging that Democrats will block a funding package that includes Homeland Security money.
Okay. Well, that was kind of obvious there, right? They all hate ICE. They'd be funding ICE. They don't want to fund ICE, so they're going to use it as a hostage situation to potentially shut down the government. It's exactly what they did last time, but it was about giving illegals health care. Same song and dance. It's just a different theme. Anyways, next up we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Like I said, today was provided by Colty, and it's titled, Well, He Tried. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about these last 2 videos here. Once again, 7 dead, 1 critical condition for the plane that flipped over and crashed. They don't know why it crashed. And then that last video there, another possible government shutdown because the Dems don't want to fund DHS and ICE. Zero ICE is funded through 2029. They can be quiet. Yeah. They want attention too. There's all this stuff going on with the rioters, and the people getting shot because they want to interfere with federal operations and stuff. So they need a little attention too. They're out there like, me too. Give me some attention too. Ghostly, Dems refusing to fund Homeland Security sounds like treason. It does. It's their motto. Zero, plane full of lawyers. What cases were involved? It's a good question. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom. What's up, Colty? Happy freedom to you. Metal, ice on the wings may have been a factor. Yeah, I think they mentioned that there was like a storm coming and they weren't sure why they were going to be taken off in the first place because it was going to be hazardous conditions. No ad. I heard that the law firm was defending a bunch of anti-ICE people. Interesting. Well, like I said, we'll probably get a follow-up on it because they don't have a whole lot of details and they got to retrieve the black box and all that kind of stuff. I believe that aircraft would have one. Blast Quack, I think the wheels are supposed to be on the ground. Look like a turtle on its back. Yeah, it's weird that it flipped over, and it's weird that they don't know why or how, because is there not cameras? Is there no cameras facing the runway? That you would think they'd be able to see what happened. You never know what's happening inside the aircraft unless you're there or, they retrieve the data. But from the outside, you would think you'd be able to kind of get an idea of why the aircraft flipped over. Colty, what are you talking about? Are you talking about talk to text? Turbo, I only go to Twitch for one reason, and I can't even talk about it because they would say it's against terms of service. That's right, Turbo. That's right. Can't even discuss it. The Twitch platform's a little sensitive. Colty, today was your first snow day? Well, I hope things clear up for you. Definitely stay warm. What's up, Fresca Bean? Happy freedom. Fresca Bean, I read that the lawyers just won an injury case against Johnson & Johnson, but I don't know. Interesting. Ghostly took off in an ice storm. I bet it was ice buildup on the leading edge of one of the wings, causing it to flip and fall out of the sky. It definitely could be. Meta, what do you think about the nurse being shot? We covered that stuff on Saturday in great detail, and we covered all aspects of it. And then since then, I've been watching people be wrong as shit on the internet. Like, just so wrong, and I don't even know how to handle it, because I'm like, they're so stupid. It's all on footage. It's all recorded. We broke it down. We had it broke down to screenshots, and then I'm just watching these people, and they're so fucking stupid and wrong at the same time. And I can't inform them. I've tried, and they're like, no, you're a damn bootlicker, you chud, and all this other stupid shit. It's like, look at the fucking screenshot, you idiot. Like, I don't know. You can't change people's minds. They just believe whatever they believe. And if they want to have their head all the way up their ass, then you got to just let them do it. You know, I don't know. It's rough stuff. I know that. Low-ender, unbalanced passenger weight. One fat guy in the back. No counterweight for the other. You think that it could have been. You never know. What's up, Tax? Happy Freedom. Scott Schumer is appalling and should be arrested for mortgage fraud. Why? Did he do the same stuff like Letitia James did? What's up, Sam? Happy Freedom to you. Matt Rogers, the nurse. You mean the rioter? Right. Snooks, we're having a cold snap here now for a few days, getting nipply, high beams. Oh, yeah. I see. I'm trying not to talk about the snow because I got more snow than all of you guys. But you guys are actually suffering through the snow because where you guys all live, I guess you're not prepared for this severe weather. So, like, 10 Man's going through it and everybody's going through it. So I'm trying not to talk about it. When you walk down the sidewalk, the snowbanks are higher than waist high. It, like, comes up to my rib cage. Like, if I had to evade the sidewalk, I wouldn't be able to because the snowbanks are that damn high. When I drive down the street, the snowbanks are taller than the car is. Like, this 2 stories with snow, big mountains all over the place of snow. And there's 8 inches of ice on the road. But we have power and running water and heat and school's open because this is just another day for us. Everybody else are suffering, so I haven't been trying to talk about the weather. I feel bad for the people that are going through it because, it sucks to eat shit, but it's even worse eating shit when it's like 12 degrees outside. And so, I don't know. I hope anybody that's going through it gets through it quickly and things start getting better. High toe, yeah, we don't normally get snow here, so not much is treated. Seen snow plows, but that's just because we're off the highway. Yeah, well, and it's like a lot of places they don't have salt and stuff like that, so even just having a little ice on the road is really dangerous because nobody's doing anything about it because you don't have the resources. Weren't prepared for it because normally it don't happen. What's up, Otters? Happy Freedom. No ad. My liberal brother-in-law texts a family in a group chat saying ICE is the Gestapo and we're a bunch of Nazis. It was quite the weekend. Sorry to hear that, no ad. I know people are all losing their minds about it. Kevin, we were supposed to get that storm. We only got 5 centimeters and a bit of wind. Yeah, I think they gave it all to Michigan because we got slammed. Fresca Bean, I'm in Alaska, so we always have snow. Got another 4 to 8 inches between today and tomorrow. Yeah, Fresca Bean, yeah, you probably got it worse than all of us. Yeah, Meta, in the beginning of Saturday's live over on Rumble, because we weren't live on any of the soft platforms, it's the very first thing we cover, is the shooting and multiple angles and screenshots and all kinds of stuff. What's up, B-Money? Happy Freedom to you. Angel, I appreciate you being omnipresent. What's up, Guess Who? Happy freedom to you. Guess who? Them Karens wish Ice would give them 8 inches. Mm-hmm. You're right. What's up, Bee's Knees? Happy freedom. I hate the winter in the Carolinas. Never snow, just ice, then it melts and refreezes. Yeah, that's frustrating. Makes it a pain to leave the house. What's up, Jane Doe? Happy freedom. I'm in Oklahoma City and I got a foot of snow and we don't usually get that much. Yeah, and like I said, it makes it difficult when the area is not prepared to deal with that kind of stuff. If Texas or Florida, they get any kind of snow, it's like the whole state shuts down because they're not prepared to deal with it. What's up, Audrey? Happy freedom. Oh, Audrey, your butt hurt about the person who died because he was interfering with a federal operation? That's too bad. That's too bad. It don't even have to be feds. Go shove a cop and see how that works out. Don't fight with law enforcement and you'll stay alive. Sorry your feelings are hurt. I don't understand that. They're like, conservatives don't like guns all of a sudden. No, you aren't supposed to take a firearm to a large group of people. First of all, that's illegal. That's why you can't bring it into stadiums and shit. You cannot bring a firearm into a large group of people, whether you're licensed or not. You can't do that. Second of all, he made contact with law enforcement, federal or otherwise. Don't do that. It's the same thing with Renee Good. Do not engage with law enforcement, federal or otherwise, unless you are excited to die, because these fuckers will kill you. Like, I don't know why that's breaking news. You know why I don't go out there and fuck with cops? Because I don't want to be shot and killed. It's that simple. No reasons matter. No justifications matter. I don't care what you're going through, what your mental illness is, how many labels you've obtained, how many counselors you've talked to, how many parents you have or don't have, how you were treated as a child. I don't fucking care. Not at all. Do not engage with law enforcement unless you want these people to fucking shoot you and kill you, because they will. They will. So don't interfere with it. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's so stupid. People are so fucking stupid. That's okay. We'll just move forward here. Like I said, midlife break, funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Colty. Let's get this pulled up real quick.
Why is
All right, like I said, it was provided by Colty and it's titled, Well, He Tried.
Mom so mad at you?
One of her old high school friends had a baby.
Oh gosh, she's mad at you because of that. Why?
No, she's not mad about that. We went to see her friend and her family, and we were headed over there, and your mom told me that her friend's little baby had been born with no ears.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it is. So your mom told me not to mention the baby's ears or not even say the word ear. And if I did, she was going to be really upset with me.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So let me guess, you said the word ears and pissed Mom off.
No. Actually, I was really respectful. I didn't say ears the entire time we were there.
Well, so then what happened?
Well, I was looking at the baby in the bassinet, and I said, wow, what a beautiful baby. I mean, cute little feet. I said cute little hands, cute nose, cute eyes, you know.
Okay.
Well, I asked if she could see all right, and the mom said, yeah. And I just said, well, that's great, because she'd be screwed if she needed glasses.
Why is Mom so mad at you?
Holy. At first I didn't get it, and then I got it. Yeah, it's hard to wear glasses with no ears. Anyways, getting back to the news here. Next up, we got Hochul demands Kristi Noem resigns or be fired after second deadly ICE shooting in Minneapolis. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you go post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. I swear they just keep having these little pressers just to make it look like they're doing something, because calling for somebody to quit their job is not actually doing anything. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's get into this.
Go Governor Kathy Hochul is responding after Alex Preddy, a U.S. citizen, was killed by a federal agent in Minneapolis. Video from the scene apparently conflicting with the Trump administration's account of the incident. ABC's Armando Garcia has more.
A moment of silence at the Minnesota Timberwolves game last night in honor of 37-year-old VA nurse Alex Preddy, who was killed Saturday by Border Patrol agents. Thousands of others braving sub-zero temperatures to protest his shooting. This as state officials are asking a judge to extend a restraining order, banning federal authorities from altering evidence related to Preddy's shooting. And in another court, the state trying to convince a judge to halt the deployment of federal agents into Minnesota after 3 shootings in 3 weeks.
If we don't stop this behavior here, it will only expand, and it won't be good for anyone in our country.
President Trump now saying he'll be sending his border czar Tom Homan to Minnesota tonight. The White House saying Homan will manage ICE operations on the ground. Border Patrol officials claim Preddy approached agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun along with 2 magazines and said agents tried to disarm him, but he violently resisted. Video evidence so far shows he never drew or even reached for his weapon. Administration officials say the officer fired defensive shots.
You cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of protest that you want. It's that simple.
Minnesota officials say Preddy was a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry, a right protected under the Second Amendment. There's been pushback against the ICE tactics from across the political spectrum.
What we're seeing on TV, it's causing deep concerns over federal tactics and accountability.
Kristi Noem has forfeited her right to lead, and I'm calling on her to resign as Secretary of Homeland Security, or Donald Trump to do the right thing and just fire her.
And CBP Commander-at-Large Greg Bovino says that all of the officers involved in the fatal shooting are still working, but have been moved away from Minneapolis for their safety. Armando Garcia, ABC News, Minneapolis.
Okay. Like I said, a bunch of nothing. Tricking these Democrat voters into believing that she's actually out there doing something. Asking for somebody to quit their job is not actually doing anything. It's just not. That's inaction. Anyways, next up, Greg Bovino and some Border Patrol staff is being sent home from Minnesota. Now, I think this is a temporary thing. They, just kind of like the last video, they act like they're saving the day in Minnesota. But I think this is going to be a temporary thing because like they just said in that last video and what we heard during the press briefing earlier today is they're sending Tom Homan into Minnesota to basically take over leadership there. But if they're sending these agents home, then what are they doing? So I think it's kind of like regrouping. And I'm not sure if it's that video. Was it that video? Yes. In that video, they're saying that the agents that were involved in the shooting Saturday or whenever it happened, they've been relocated for their own safety because of how people are there. What's really interesting, I can't play this stuff because it's not Saturday and YouTube and Twitch won't let me play these videos. We have so many videos from these these Antifa leaders that are openly calling for action, telling people to arm themselves and get in the street and go do bad things to federal agents and all kinds of stuff. We've been gathering that kind of information and sharing it and whatnot over on Discord. So if you guys go join Discord, it's free, and Hoothrew's keeping up to date on all that stuff, so you should definitely go check it out because we can't play it on the live until Saturday. Anyways, next up, like I said, Greg Bovino and some Border Patrol staff has been sent home from Minnesota. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Hochul asking for Kristi Noem to resign. Once again, Hochul saying that Kristi Noem needs to resign or be fired. They also mentioned that the agents, like I said, that were involved with the shooting of Alex Preddy, or however you say his name, has been relocated for their safety. Either way, hopping in the chat. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom to you. Hair Juicer, is that what you were looking for on Friday? Ghostly, the street's not the place. Fight them in the courtroom, yeah. That's why I always think it's ridiculous when people are fighting officers. Like if you're being arrested and stuff and then you're like resisting arrest, that's not going to help you in any kind of way. Like not even if you get away, it's not going to help you. Like even if it's a wrongful arrest, the best you can do is wait to go to court and deal with it there. Have an attorney come meet you while you're in jail and deal with it, like that. You try and fight with a cop, it's like fighting with the delivery guy because you don't like what the pizza the store made. It's like, it's not the delivery guy's fault that you don't like your pizza. Like, so fist fighting him isn't going to do shit. And it's the same thing. These people are fighting cops. Zero, Hochul's a crying witch. Yeah. Like I said, pretending like she's doing something. Obnoxious guy. It's called a peaceful protest after all. Yep. That's the riot's theme, is peaceful protest. Here, Juice, did you see the woman that tried to throw a flashbang at cops? I did, and she blew her fingers off, didn't she? I've seen a couple clips of it. I haven't seen like a longer video. I just seen her like running, like holding her hand, and then she kind of flails on the ground and stuff. And I'm pretty sure she's like missing most of her fingers, if not all of them, on one of her hands. I also seen somebody celebrating, I can't remember, somewhere in LA, some sports team won or something. They were all throwing fireworks, and this one guy lit like an M80, and then he held it for too long, and it just blew his hand apart. It like split his hand like all the way down to his wrist. I was like, oh, never seen that before. Now I can't get the image out of my head. But that was all I was thinking about the whole time I saw that woman flailing on the ground, missing fingers. I'm telling you, we removed the warning labels off of things. About 3 years, we'll be done with all the dumb people. Otter, someone bit the finger off an ICE agent, so they owe us a few. Yeah, I heard that too. I hadn't seen anything about it, but people were talking about it on Saturday. What's up, Bill Tong? Happy freedom to you. Turbo, they're fighting the federal law enforcement because they lost the vote. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying that too, that it's like sedition or treason or whatever, because they're trying to overthrow what the majority of the people of the country voted for. We all, like, the majority of us voted for Trump, and Trump's agenda's in full force right now. And this large group of people, including their elected officials, are resisting the Trump agenda. So they're going against the will of the American people. The problem is that nobody's doing anything about it because nobody ever does anything about anything. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. For the good text, and why is the ICE operations in Minnesota only getting attention? There's dozens of ICE operations going on. Because it's eclipse in the news, because they keep having to shoot these idiots getting involved. What sucks is there's like we pointed out on Saturday, ICE disarmed Alex Preddy before shooting him. So when they shot him, technically they shot an unarmed man. And that's something to be mad about. But if these people weren't putting themselves in the position, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. So it's like you want to kind of be like upset. You don't want law enforcement shooting unarmed Americans, but then it's like they're getting involved in the shit. They're over here fighting with cops. They're fighting with federal agents, and then they get shot. You can't really feel bad for that stuff. How can you? How can you? So I don't know. The whole situation is so damn annoying to me because we know what happened. We broke it down Saturday. There's not much more to know about it. So it's like you're just watching these people be wrong. You're watching the news lie about what happened. You're watching them put out AI-generated content so it looks like he has a phone in his hand instead of a gun. And that's tricking the dumb Democrat voters. And it's all going on. And at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, we need 8 different topics to cover on Monday. What are we going to talk about? And everything's about Minnesota. And it's like, oh, my God, I would rather talk about space. I would rather talk about shit swimming in the ocean than talk about Minnesota's dumb shit going on. I don't know, but that's what happens. That's part of the agenda there is something happens, they make it controversial, and then it eclipses the news. So that's all you can see is this one topic. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy freedom. What is Klaus doing? Yoga. Ain't that right, buddy? They're worried about you. Yeah, they don't understand. You're playing one cat twister over here. You're a good boy. Yeah, show them those murder mittens. That's right, no permit necessary. What's up, Boom? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cricket? Happy freedom. Bill Tong, I'm not happy that he got shot, but they are antagonizing ICE and CBP. When you fuck with armed people, shit can go wrong. Yeah, Bill Tong, that's exactly how I feel. I'm not happy the guy got shot, but I mean, it's like playing in traffic. It's you go out there and you lay down in front of, in the road and somebody runs you over. Are we supposed to be like, oh my God, can you believe that? Yeah, I can. That's what happens. Like putting your hand on top of the stove and be like, oh, I got burned. Don't do that. Don't do that. Fresca Bean, I don't understand why that guy who disarmed him didn't yell, disarm, one gun, like 5 times. It's like he was creeping away, so they still thought he had a gun. That seemed weird how they disarmed him. Fresca Bean, it did seem weird, and then they also haven't really determined where that first shot came from. Because you hear a pop, and a couple seconds go by, and then they light this guy up. And so I don't know if the first shot happened while they disarmed him, like an accidental discharge, or if the guy pulled the trigger while they were trying to disarm him, trying to get them to back off of him. I don't know. That's the only thing we don't know is who did the first shot, where did it come from, where did the bullet go. But otherwise, yeah, the way they disarmed him and stuff, nobody had a chance to even know that he was disarmed, and then, he was shot and killed. And that's unfortunate, right? That's not something anybody wants to happen. But again, if he didn't go into a protest and then fight with federal agents, they'd have never known he had a gun on him. He'd have been fine. But he decided to get off the sidewalk, go into the street, and start fighting with these guys. And that's, make good choices or life will catch up to you. No, Ed, I think the SIG had an accidental discharge, and it started it because of they're known to do that. Yeah. See, and I think it was an accidental discharge, too, in the beginning. Meta, stop the people's behavior or it's going to get worse. Yeah, and it is going to get worse. I haven't seen Minnesota in the last 24 hours or so, but when we were covering the live on Saturday, they were building barricades. They were trying to turn downtown Minneapolis into another Chaz, into an autonomous zone. But it's so cold out there. I can't imagine that's working. What I didn't like is National Guard got deployed and the officers were there, and they just watched these assholes build barricades. They didn't try and stop it at all. They just let it happen. And that's another reason why I don't take the shit serious. Because if they wanted to clean the place up, they would. It's just like Portland. Portland goes to war every night in front of that federal building. They could stop it. They don't, though. They let it happen. They enjoy their overtime, I guess. I don't know. But they let it happen. They could stop that. They don't. What's up, Stern? Happy freedom to you. Stern, I've been telling my 19-year-old daughter if he didn't go there, then it wouldn't have happened, and she's so mad at me. Yeah, well, they want to be mad at the technicality and not at the fact that it's hard to get. Okay, I wasn't shot this weekend in Minnesota. You know why? Because I didn't go there. I didn't know I was a rocket scientist until I became a live streamer, Shit. Jones, if you don't fuck around, you'll have to find out. That's exactly what I'm saying. What's up, Bullseye? Happy freedom to you. Sky Walls' fraud comes with a price. Yeah, and I'm waiting for more of that stuff to come out because it looks like they're going to be investigating him if they haven't already started, and I'm really interested to see what they find, if they find anything. What's up, Ken? Happy freedom. What's up, Kathy? Happy freedom to you. Kathy, the lady today, thought she would grab a flashbang and throw it back at ICE. Yeah, that didn't work out for her. What's up, Daydream? Happy freedom. What's your name? Miami. Happy freedom to you. Burger King sounds good. I haven't had Burger King in years. I used to like Burger King, but then they did something with their seasoning and started making my stomach ache. It's just not worth it. Gene. No worries. You should join Discord, though, because then you can drop links like that, and then everybody can benefit from the information. Damon Walker, it wasn't my fault. It was so windy at the damn beach that day. And I got it working. It took a little bit, but I got it working. All right, Hooligan. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom to you. All right, Hooligans. Like I said, moving forward here. This next one, Greg Bovino and some Border Patrol staff is being sent home from Minnesota. Now, like I said, they're trying to make this sound like it's a win for the Democrats or whatever. But I really think this is going to be a temporary thing, considering that they're sending Tom home into Minnesota. What would be the point of sending Tom home into Minnesota if there isn't going to be any Border Patrol there? That doesn't make any sense. And so I think it's a temporary thing, but we'll see. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
There, Keith Ellison, the Minnesota Attorney General, talking about that early on Monday. And we do have some major developments right now out of Minneapolis. This comes just days after a tragic weekend there in the Twin Cities. Democratic leaders calling for Border Patrol and ICE agents to be removed from their communities. And it appears there's a big shift that is actually happening. The Washington Examiner, Anna Gianartelli, a reporter that we've had on here on Live Now from Fox, reporting just that Border Patrol agents, ICE agents, will be departing. She says she has confirmed that all Border Patrol agents in Minneapolis are being sent home. DHS, CBP have not responded to an email. This comes after federal sources told me that over the weekend, agents were told their deployment will be extended into February. Major changes in 24 hours. And of course, this also comes after a phone conversation President Trump did speak with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz this morning. They said they did have a good conversation, a good phone call, and also President Trump, the White House, announcing that there would be changes to the leadership in the Twin Cities. As border czar Tom Homan now will lead that, and we'll see what that exactly looks like with this new report that Border Patrol agents being sent home as a major developments after, like I said, a very tragic weekend. As border czar Tom Homan will oversee operations. Not exactly sure if Tom Homan had the call on this, President Trump, or who else was involved with all of this. But we do know from that hearing in court earlier on today that there were more than 3,000 federal agents in Minnesota, part of that Operation Metro Surge. This according to the attorney for the U.S. Department of Justice, as Brantley Mayers, a U.S. Department of Justice attorney, told the U.S. District Judge Catherine Menendez on Monday that there were more than 3,000 federal immigration officers in the state for Operation Metro Surge. That revelation came as Menendez heard arguments related to Minnesota and the Twin Cities lawsuit against the Department of Justice seeking a temporary restraining order on ICE operations in the Twin Cities. The breakdown, Mayor says that at least 2,000 ICE officers, 1,000 Border Patrol officers are a part of that operation. They would provide the exact number later. But these are major developments after a very sad weekend there, as a 37-year-old ICU nurse, Alex Preddy, tragically losing his life in a fatal shooting with a confrontation with Border Patrol. A lot of videos circulating online as well. And this is the second such death by a U.S. citizen there in the Twin Cities in 17 days. Renee Good, the other one. Obviously, lots of national attention on the Twin Cities amid these protests. Hundreds of thousands of people showing out for them in frigid temperatures. So we'll see what this exactly happens, what it looks like as Border Patrol agents reportedly being sent home, this according to the Washington Examiner. So we're following it all closely here on Live Now from Fox. We'll bring you more details on what exactly this is, what's next for the Twin Cities, and obviously more about the immigration crackdown that's happened in so many different communities around the country. Again, a live picture one more time there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Another frigid day here to start the week. I'm Andy Mack. We're back after this.
Okay, so like I said, this seems to be like a temporary thing. But I'm sure all the liberals and all their comrades out there, they're like, oh, we made ICE leave, da-da-da. I don't know. They still smoke two of you guys, and that's really unfortunate. This will give everyone time to think about their choices. Anyways, next up, repeat offender charged with triple murder. This is an instance where somebody was accused of criminal activity and they decided to say that they were mentally not doing well, right? And so they did an insanity plea and got off the hook, and then they turned around and committed more crime. Shocker. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this video. Once again, Border Patrol agents have been sent home, according to Hochul. They say that there was more than 3,000 agents in Minnesota, and then they mentioned that Tom Homan is now getting involved, which we also heard during the press briefing that we covered earlier today. So like I said, I think this is temporary. They'll be back. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, once again, repeat offender charged in triple murder back in Florida. It's coming up next, but first we're hopping in the chat. Ghostly, yeah. Frozen pepper balls is probably a lot like frozen paintballs. That's probably what was happening in Minnesota. I didn't even think of that. When they were hitting the protesters with the pepper balls, they're probably a little cold. Happy freedom to you, guess some. Matt Rogers. Maybe the VA hospital can hire a better nurse now. Holy shots fired. That's rough. I can't. My goodness. Zero, it's a shift change. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Boom. It's so cold they had to warm their balls up before shooting. Yeah, it's rough stuff. Otters, they're going to want ice back when they see what Homan rolls in there. Yeah. Tom Homan doesn't mess around, so it'll be really interesting when everything gets more active again. They could just let them take the illegals out of here and just let it be over with, instead of going over there and volunteering to be shot. I just don't get it. These people who don't want ICE arresting illegals don't want to offer illegals a place to stay. And it's like they kind of care, but they don't care. They care enough to get shot in the face, but they don't care enough to give them a place to stay. And it's like, I don't know. It's been that way since Biden was, exploring the White House. Like, hey, you want illegals here? Yeah. So we'll let them live with you. Oh, no, I don't want them living with me. Where are they going to live then? I don't know. Yeah, me either. Shit. I don't know. Dealing with lefties never gets any easier. No ad. Why do they always include the nurse part? Who cares what the guy did for a living? Yeah, it's for sympathy. How about Lake and Riley? How come there wasn't any protesting and screaming and hollering for that? They didn't care about that at all. And it's like I was saying about the illegals being shot. There was 2 illegals shot in Portland the day after Renee Good got shot. And then there was 3 illegals attacking a Border Patrol officer with a shovel and a broom handle, and one of them got shot in the leg, and nobody cared about that. And that was 7 days after Renee got shot. So, like, they care about the illegals enough to go and fight federal agents, but they don't care if the federal agents are shooting the illegals. They just don't make any sense. They need to go sit down. Like this, they need to go sit down somewhere. They got too much damn time on their hands. Cass, hooligan world peace. That's all I'm advocating for, Butterfly Klaus is overwhelming me with the power of cuteness. Resistance is futile. Yeah, I know. Klaus Daniels, he's a handful here. It's been really good today, though. Boom, it's about money and power. It is. It's always about money and power. Meta. In California, a baby fell out of the passenger rear door during a left-hand turn. I don't know what that is. World's dumbest mother charged with child abuse. Yeah, hopefully they'll hold her accountable, because that's awful. That sounds awful. Starting you making spaghetti? That sounds good. It's been a long time since I had spaghetti. 13 years, I think. What's up now, what it seems? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Burner? Happy freedom to you. The left's always got to ruin a good thing. I don't know. They don't have to, but they do. Kathy, they changed the oil, ruined the fries too. Really? Burger King's fries used to be pretty good, but like I said, I haven't had it in a long time. What's up, Mr. Lin? Happy freedom to you. Fillmore Matters, happy freedom to you. What's up, Jack? Happy freedom. Fillmore Matters, they're just following their handbook rules for radicals. Little Marxists. What's up, Melissa? Happy freedom. Snooks, you make great sketty sauce? I believe you. Ghostly, when they cheered for Kirk's death, I no longer viewed them as human. Yeah. Yep. Well, and then a lot of people have been saying that too, because they're like, oh, well, they shot this nurse and all he had was a phone in his hand. Yeah, and they shot Charlie Kirk and all he had was a mic in his hand. And so I keep seeing a lot of people saying that too. I don't know. It all goes back to if he didn't put himself in the situation, it wouldn't have ended the way it did. It's unfortunate that they shot him after he was disarmed. That is wrong. But it never would have happened if he wouldn't have showed up to go and shove ice and get involved and all that. If he'd kept his ass on the sidewalk, he'd still be alive today. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, moving forward here. Like I said, repeat offender charged in triple murder. Let's get this pulled up real quick. As quick as I can. Do the thing. Alright. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, that our friend Larry could really use your help. Larry's been in need of a kidney transplant for a while now, and he's got a date, so we're really hopeful for Larry. But he's been going in and out of the hospital, and he's got a lot going on. So I put together a page for him over on the website. It's got his story, links, details, and he even made a GoFundMe. If there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. What's up, Glamour? Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you sliding through, Glamour. Like I said, moving forward here, repeat offender charged in triple murder. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's get into this.
Welcome back to Wake Up America. Now to this morning's Newsmax crime report. So it's a story we see all too often. A violent offender gets arrested, claims insanity, walks free, and then commits an even far worse crime.
Yeah, so this time it happened near one of the most popular tourist destinations on Earth. Newsmax correspondent Jason Matera has the disturbing details this morning. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Mark and Charla. Yeah, so this incident happened in Kissimmee, Florida, just minutes from Disney World and other major tourist attractions. 3 visitors rented a short-term vacation home expecting a safe stay. What they didn't know was that their neighbor was a violent, mentally unstable man with a gun who had previously been released through an insanity defense. Now those tourists are dead.
He was a threat to that neighborhood all the time. He was a known person, a frequent flyer to the sheriff's office.
A frequent flyer with law enforcement, but never put on a no-fly list. And now, 3 people are dead.
It's cold-blooded. It was premeditated. There was absolutely no issues.
On January 17th, 2 brothers and their friend visiting Kissimmee, Florida for a car show were gunned down outside their short-term rental. But officials say the triple homicide didn't have to happen and are now scrutinizing a deal years earlier that allowed Ahmad Jihad Boja to walk free. Back in 2021, Boja was charged with attempted murder and aggravated battery. He was caught on surveillance video firing a gun in a gas station parking lot. But instead of facing serious consequences for going guns blazing at random vehicles, a judge allowed Boja to plead not guilty by reason of insanity. He was released back into the community. At the time, State Attorney Monique Worrell was overseeing the prosecution. Florida Attorney General James Uthmire has since criticized Worrell for not challenging the insanity defense and for agreeing to the terms that let Boja receive outpatient treatment instead of being committed to a state hospital. This is the same state attorney who Ron DeSantis suspended in 2023 for, as the governor put it, allowing violent criminals to escape the full consequences of their actions. Worrell maintains she did nothing wrong in the case of Ahmad Jihad Boja, opting instead to pin the failure on the system.
The criminal legal system is not adequately equipped to deal with mental illness, nor should it be.
But one thing is clear, a troubled defendant long known to law enforcement, prosecutors, and the courts was left without meaningful supervision, and 3 innocent people visiting a popular tourist destination have paid with their lives. Mark Charlotte, Florida Attorney General James Uthmire is moving to ensure Florida's insanity laws are not abused by prosecutors or judges to let dangerous criminals walk free. He's helped spearhead legislation being introduced this week in the legislature that tightens the rules governing the state's insanity defense. Under the proposal, defendants would still receive mental health treatment, but sentences upon conviction could not fall below the statutory minimum for the crime. In other words, right, people get help, but they remain locked away from the general public.
Yeah, and that's what needs to happen.
Sense.
This is wild, and it's also just so tragic that 3 people lost their lives. The guy's middle name is Jihad. So
there you go.
Can't make it up.
Can't make it up. All right, Jason, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I like how they blame the system. The people working for the system blame the system. The system is a group of people. So it's like the Spider-Man meme where they're all just pointing fingers. Good stuff. Anyways, next up we got the last little bit of the news. It is Lefties Losing It. Today it's titled Unintentionally Hilarious Bananas and Rice Explanation. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this triple murder case, or this story here. Once again, they're saying that this individual using the insanity plea to get out of trouble, he's a criminal from Florida who's facing charges of attempted murder and aggravated battery, but he was released on this insanity plea. 5 years later, he shot and killed 3 vacationers that were visiting Kissimmee, Florida for a car show. The prosecutor, I think it was the prosecutor or the judge, did not challenge the insanity plea back in 2021, but instead said that the criminal legal system isn't equipped to deal with mental illness. So you might as well just let him back out on the streets, I suppose, even though he's on camera doing it. It'd be one thing if it was like questionable, but he's on camera doing it. Also, I don't know why he was manually he kept pulling the slide back to fire the firearm. I don't know if he was using shit ammo and the slide wasn't functioning properly, but that's not usually how semi-automatics work. Anyways, like I said, Lefty's Losing It coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about all of that. Zero. He does look like Charles Manson. I don't know if he was doing that intentionally or if he really was wackadoodle. Zero. If you plead insanity, you should go to a mental hospital for 60 days immediately. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think it should be optional. I think if you get out of being punished for criminal activity because they think you're mentally unfit, you should have to be treated as if you were mentally unfit. You don't just get to go home in your bunny slippers and call it a day. Like, there should be some follow-up to that. What's up, Pure Blood? Happy freedom to you. Metal. So for triple murder, he could still get the death penalty or life in prison after he gets mental health treatment. Yeah, but instead they cut him loose, and it happens in a lot of situations, and because there's no end to mental treatment. It's not like if you get poison ivy and it heals up. It's not like that. And so they're like, oh no, we're not gonna punish you. So I had a family member, he's dead now, but he was my grandpa, not the one that raised me, a different grandpa. But anyways, he had stuff wrong with him. And he was on lots of medication and all this other stuff. And he would get in trouble before I was around. And he would get off the hook all the time because he had a long list of labels that he could present to the court and say, oh, I'm mentally unfit. And they would just let him go. I think he shot his wife in the face for, I don't know. I don't remember what it was for, but I had been told that when I was a young child that, yeah, he had like shot his wife in the face or something, got off the hook for insanity. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And they're like, yeah, don't go hang out with him. I'm like, I wasn't. I wasn't going to. He was very weird. He's not with us anymore. Tis what it tis, and it tain't what it tain't. Magic Moon, insane, so let's release him. That's insane. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's saying his name had jihad in it. Everybody caught that. Major, same old catch and release story, BS. Yeah, it's because the court system isn't about justice. It's about money, and that's what sucks about it. What's up, Repub? Happy freedom to you. Boom. What happens to people who get away with everything? They get worse. Yep. That's what happens. It's just like kids. You don't raise them right, they grow up to be Antifa. It's not good. Meta, dig the dramatic music. Yeah, that's starting to make me not like those stories. We cover those kind of stories at least like once every live, because a lot of times they have bigger stories, right? They're talking about this guy who did a triple murder and all that kind of stuff, but now they're adding all this cinematic crap, and it sounds cool if you were watching a documentary, but it makes it less news when they do that because they're taking creative liberty and stuff. I don't know, it's making me kind of not like it. What's up, Zen? Happy freedom. You gotta be careful, cheeky chaps. Yeah, Ghostly, I think so too. There should be something, some sort of solution. I don't think people should be, like, if you're having mental issues, I think being locked in a room is kind of inhumane. Matt Rogers probably limp wristing the firearm. Yeah, that could be too. Ramsey, if I run subsonics through the 1022, it's not built for it. I have to cycle it each time. Yeah, that's what I was saying about him using that pistol. I'm like, was he using crap ammo? Like, it was causing it to not cycle properly. Appeal to Evan. Happy freedom to you. Florida doesn't have good psychiatrists. They overdose you. It's hard here for mental illness. Take your meds. Yeah, and then there's misdiagnosis and all this stuff. Doctors are running their own agenda. They get money for prescribing you a bunch of nonsense that you don't even need. I don't know. It's just like I was saying about the justice system. Like, court's not even about justice. It's about money. Who has the most money wins. And it's like, that's dumb. Stoner, the handgun was California compliant. It looked like it. The way it wasn't functioning properly. Guess the weapon is known to discharge accidentally. Are you the weapon? Get some. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, we got lefties losing it. Today it's titled Unintentionally Hilarious Bananas and Rice Explanation. Now, before we get into this, what color is Rita wearing today? What is this shit, guess? I can't put this on the screen because it'll get banned on Twitch and YouTube, but that is that is hilarious. Putting the Mac in your cheese. That's right. That's right. I'm saving it. I save all your memes, guess because they're fantastic. Zero saying red. No ad is saying red. Plusquack saying yellow. Stoner saying red sheer panties. Very nice, Stoner. Totally Care saying orange. Otter saying purple. Guessum says black with lacy bra. You might be right, Guessum. Dutton is saying magenta. Happy freedom to you, Dutton. Let's see. Meta saying yellow. Mr. Lynn is saying blue. Nick is saying yellow. Happy freedom to you, Nick. Rhyme time. Happy freedom to you. Bee's Knees saying pink and white. She'd be styling in pink and white. So she cracked me up. Not yet, I don't. Metal saying birthday suit. Appeal to Evan saying red and white. Cobalt, you ever cook mac and cheese with a Mac 10? I have not. Not yet. Maybe later on. Elder Zoomer saying blue. Kevin saying yellow and white. Dutton. Hold on. Scrolling back. Ramsey saying red. Cobalt saying black lace. You and guess some. Making sure everybody takes their shot here. That's what the Biden administration was saying. Agent O saying red. Wiener, happy freedom to you. Saying nurple. Marine, happy freedom to you. Did everybody get their opportunity? Appeal to Evan, red and white. Starn saying scarlet. I almost said garlic. I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Holy. All right, hooligans. It is yellow. What kind of yellow? You guys are like, it's not yellow. Okay, Jeff, it's canary. That is full-blown canary, you fucking idiot. I know. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
It's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start in Minnesota, where the spin doctors have been busy fighting back after revelations of mass fraud and dysfunction in the Somali community, and they're putting their best and brightest to work in front of the media to explain what it means to be Somali in America.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American.
Okay, hon, I know it's hard, but you can do this. You've already made it clear that being Somali is not about eating bananas with rice. That's a lie. You got this.
And it's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't really see, like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
You literally said it wasn't about bananas and rice. They are not sending their best. Now, staying in Minnesota, let's check in on the frightfully inept Governor Tim Walz. He is, with his scary wife, speaking from behind the gates of his mansion.
The resistance matters. We're not telling people to be silent, but we're not telling people to go out and cause problems. We're going to cause good trouble.
Cause trouble, all right, not good trouble, mind you. No good comes from coming to a violent uprising with a loaded gun and extra ammo and violently obstructing law enforcement officers. That's what happened in Minneapolis, and that's why a man is dead. But not if you listen to the Hollywood elite. They think they're living in Nazi Germany, and those enforcing the law are guilty of gross human rights violations. Here is the beautiful but bonkers Natalie Portman.
What's going on in our country right now is absolutely horrific with what the federal government, Trump's government, Kristi Noem, ICE, what they're doing is really the worst of humanity. And then we also have the best of humanity for the way people are showing up for each other in community and Americans coming out to support each other and protect each other and fight against injustice.
So pretty, but so stupid. Americans coming out to support each other? Really, Natalie? That's not what's happening. You've got the lunatic left coming out to obstruct law enforcement and to protect criminals from deportation. We're not talking about peaceful protest here. We're talking about obstructing law enforcement, attacking law enforcement. But again, the facts are lost on the Hollywood darlings. Here's Olivia Wilde, who is allegedly an actress. Here she emotes wildly.
The world is hurting right now, and this country is hurting, and it's appalling. I'm appalled. I'm sickened. And we can't go another day just sort of accepting this as our new norm. It's outrageous. People are being murdered. And I don't.
Why is she so strange looking?
Seeing people being murdered on the internet, on film. It's hideous. And so if we can do anything out here to support the movement to cast ICE out, to delegitimize this unbelievably criminal organization, then that's what we should be doing. So I'm proud to wear the pin.
And here is Chris Cuomo looking like he hasn't slept or showered for days. And according to the former CNN hack, it is the government that must back down. Let the violent agitators and insurrectionists have their day. Great idea, Chris.
The video accounts show a very troubling episode that beg for accountability and de-escalation. And it has to start with the government. Okay, we have to start at the top. These are the people who are charged with knowing how and insisting on de-escalation. The hot talk, the constant threats, the constant justification, it has to stop. We can't have government agents shooting and killing American citizens.
Let's bring in Newsweek's senior editor at large.
All right, that is lefties losing their marbles there. I can't get the image of that woman's bony face out of my skull. Scary looking. Anyways, now we're getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Colty, and it's titled, How Deceitful. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Sly Dog, and it's titled, Some Hate Trump, but Everyone Likes Trump Impressions. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about lefties losing it. Happy freedom to you, 10 man. I'm sorry everything's going the way it is. Damn winter weather. Snook, she needs to wash her hair someday. You talking about that bony face woman? She needs a lot more than that. Somebody needs to hand her a cheeseburger and just slam dunk it right down her throat. Ghostly, I can't read that out loud, but man, that's funny. That's funny. Smoking me. Guess when actors start running things, the world has ended. Well, we did have Arnold Schwarzenegger as the governor of California, so I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. Matt Rogers, well, don't fight cops. Yeah, that's words to live by. I didn't mean for it to be that bad. It just fell out of my face like that. What's up, Weevo? Happy freedom to you. Magic Moon, what a load of BS. You're right. It's all bananas and rice. Kevin the Lizard Queen. I'm wondering. Is Plastic Quack strung out? She looks strung out. Happy freedom to you, Plastic Quack. Elder Zoomer Hollywood. More like Satan would. Yeah. I guess they're going to be doing a documentary on Melania or something like that. And the headlines I was seeing, they were like, Melania's going Hollywood. I'm like, that's not the headlines you really want. Hollywood's not that great. Butterfly, her jacket is made out of real minions. That must have been expensive. What's up, Chad? Happy freedom. Butterfly, her outfit is bananas and rice. It's all bananas and rice. I didn't know people were out there eating bananas and rice. Like, that doesn't sound good. Maybe we're missing out. You guys think we're missing out? Have you guys had bananas and rice? I feel inspired. Klaus Daniels, what do you think about some bananas and rice? You down for that? Make you a little bananas and rice later? The hell no? Better be cracking that fancy feast. Oh, I appreciate you, Meta. A little homely looking? I am. I'm trying, though. What's up, JH? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Brenda? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lost Stock? Happy Freedom. Bananas and rice is baby food. Well, yeah, this is like baby food, isn't it? I never thought about that. Guys, Marine, Hollywood, yeah, exactly. Brenda, the Melania movie. You see, it sounds way better than being like, Melania's going Hollywood. I'm like, oh no, she's got kids in her basement? Stupid. Like, I don't know. I know President Trump's been in movies and stuff, but Hollywood is it's got such bad stigma that they almost need rebranding at this point. I can't stand looking at actors, and it's even worse looking at child actors, because you hear about all the stuff that's, happened over the last how many ever years. And it's just not good. I'm just not impressed with any of that stuff. And so trying to spin it like Hollywood is a good thing is just something I can't accept. I'm just unable to. Yeah, 10 Man, I'm praying for you. It's rough stuff. Damn winter weather. Biltong. I'm mostly biltong, bananas and rice without the bananas and rice. Yeah, me too. Me too. I only like eating the good stuff out of that meal. The biltong. All right, hooligans, let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar, sent by Tori Wayne, and I have not confirmed it, okay? So if somebody knows otherwise, please inform me, because I'd like to give credit where credit is due. But I believe the Advent Calendar was sent by Tori Wayne. And then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Colty, and it's titled, How Deceitful. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Slide Dog, and it's titled, Some Hate Trump, but Everyone Likes Trump Impressions. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what hot sauce we're trying today from the Advent Calendar, sent by Tori Wayne. Now, what did we get Saturday? Jalapeno something. I remember it was green. I remember that. It was jalapeno something or other. This is our third one. If I could bust it out of the pack here. Also, if you'd like to send fun stuff for the live, definitely go check out the wish list. We do have one more Advent Calendar after this, but then we're going to be out. We got spicy stuff to eat. We got Advent calendars. We got unfortunate cookies and all kinds of stuff on the wish list if you guys would like to send more fun stuff for us to do during the live. Today we got cayenne hot sauce. That's what it says. I know my camera's not going to focus because it hates me secretly. I like the little skull jar. It's very cool. You see how cool that is, Klaus Daniels? Poke you right in the back of your head. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Hi, you a good boy. You know that? Yeah, you a good boy. Poked him right in the back of the head. He's like, excuse me, good sir. Touch me, motherfucker. He's like, you see what happened when that guy pushed that ICE agent? You want treatment like that? You stop touching me. Mm-hmm. I got it. Don't you worry. I got it. Yes. So like I said, cracking the cayenne here. Oh, I don't even smell that bad. I'm not going to take a shot out of the bottle. I almost did. It's almost like Tapatio. That's what it smells like. Yeah. I think this one's just going to be delicious. Little cayenne sauce here. Cheers, hooligans. It's hotter than Tapatio. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. It's very vinegary. Ho! Not a lot of bite. It's got the heat, though. I can feel it in my eyeballs. It's got that heat in it. A little bit too much vinegar, though. It's real vinegary. It'd be good on fries. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a little hot. It's too hot for you, Klaus Daniels. Not bad. Thank you so much, Tori Wayne. I appreciate you. Let's get into these funny videos before I can't talk. Oh. Hold on there, buddy. Ahem. Okay, getting into our first funny video of the day. Like I said, this one was provided by Colty, and it's titled, How Deceitful.
Going to the casino!
Go to rehab. Rehab.
You said we're gonna go to the casino.
That's the only way I could get you in the car.
What?
Yeah,
Who's
you
this
have a
bitch?
problem.
Who's this bitch?
That's your sister. That's exactly why you need to go to rehab. Are you
Oh,
kidding
what
me?
the hell? Oh, shit. Going to...
I gotta lie to the guy. He said, "Who's this bitch? That's your sister." He was like, "Oh, It all started making sense at that point. Getting into our official funny video of the day. This one was provided by Sly Dog, and it's titled, Some Hate Trump, but Everyone Likes Trump Impressions.
Guy, man, you know, because some people just vote for him because they like him. Other people like worship that guy, you know. They worship him like he's a god, and I don't think Trump is Christ-like, but I think it'd be really funny if Christ was Trump-like. I could feed a lot of people with this fish. It's a big fish. It's a beautiful fish. It's a bronzino. There's the fish I've brought. It's a very delicate fish. They hung me on the cross, these nasty people. Would you believe it? They hung me on the cross. I'm not going to say it was the Jews, but they were there. They were definitely there, those Jews. They were watching me and taunting me. They hung me on the cross, and the fake news didn't tell you it was a capital T. I would never be hung on a lowercase t. That's extremely disrespectful.
Yes. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this linkless link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. Then we're raiding out over on Rumble. And please remind me to shut off Twitch before we raid out, because they tried to give me a strike, but I didn't have any strikes, so they had to give me a warning. They give me a strike, I'm gonna get all pissed off. So do not let me forget that. What's up, Final Level? Happy freedom to you. My mouth is still burning, by the way. Anyways, there's the linkless link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we gotta have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we got 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website is the best way to experience a live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Now, like I said, we're going to read through really quick, but we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. Then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Guess Jeff, shut off Twitch. Yes, my work is done here. Yes, it's a really dumb thing that we have to do that we shouldn't have to do, but Twitch is really soft, and that sucks. Guess that look from Klaus. Yeah, he was not messing around. He's like, next time you touch me, that fancy feast better be ready. Ghostly, yeah, I forgot that President Trump had ties to WWE also. Zero, tell him don't forget. I'm the one that's gonna forget. So Watchman, happy freedom. If I can get you already. He's over here pretending he's sleeping. Look at his tail. He's being aggravated. Are you aggroed? Hey. Hey. Are you aggroed, buddy? You'd be alright. You'd be alright. You can just simmer down now. It's still a little spicy. Butterfly anorexia. You think that's why that woman looked that way? It could be. What's up, Marsh? Happy Freedom. Marsh, links don't make it in the chat. Even if it lets you post it in the chat, nobody can see it. Go join Discord, and that way you could drop the link in the chat, and everybody will be able to check it out. Weevo, oh, no mention of illegals killing Americans? Nah, they don't want to talk about that. Magic Moon, Melania's movie's not out. I think they're just starting to work on it. It's supposed to be a documentary, I think. I'll try and find more information about it. Thank you, Metal. What's up, Eric? Happy Freedom. Still rioting in Minneapolis. I haven't seen anything going on today. I haven't really been looking for it. I know this woman blew her fingers off trying to catch a flashbang or something like that, but that's all I've really heard. And when I checked the lives before starting the live, I didn't really see anybody outside, so we'll see. Hey, thanks for being with us, guess 7 more days until the Melania movie is out, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it and see if I can find more answers about it. Yeah, 10 man, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you, Meta. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for continuing the membership program over on Twitch for 19 months. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much. What's up, Rich? Happy Freedom to you. Guess Bud Light makes sense now. I still don't know anybody who drinks Bud Light at this point. JH, your cat is listening too. I know. He's listening attentively. He just likes to pretend like he's not. Bill Tong, yeah, we've talked about some of that stuff, but I'll check it out. Thank you to all the care. I appreciate you being with us. All right, hooligans, let's do the thing. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. Let's figure out who we're raiding. Monday, we can raid whoever we want to. Who's live? Everybody's live. That's what I like to see. Frag, Wilkie, Sparks, Misfit, Handy News, Grimm's live, Rotella's live. Everybody but Cat Dog's live right now. I wonder what Cat Dog's doing. Nelly Bean's live. Well, let me see. Oh, I just remembered. We have to cut off Twitch because it's against their community guidelines to show the raid. Like I said, they tried to strike me last week. I think it was Friday or something like that. I got a notification. Hey, we would have given you a strike, but we decided to give you a warning because you were showing other live streamers. So if you're watching on Twitch, I'm sorry, but we have to cut the feed. There's nothing I can do about it. It's the community guidelines. But if you'd like to participate in the raid, run over to Rumble really quick because we're in the midst of doing it. But either way, we got to cut off Twitch. I will see you hooligans on Twitch tomorrow. Is that it? Did we do the thing? Let me double check really quick. Let's get the children up out of here because we got a raid going on. It looks like it's dead in the water. Like a drug boat. Anyways. Let's see. Here, user Handy. Should we raid Handy? Let me see. I'm trying to see where everybody's at in their live. Rotella's an hour in. So is Frag. Does everybody just start at the same time? Yeah, Handy just started. Let's raid Handy News. Let's do that. Thank you so much, King of Biltong, for the $5 donation over on Rumble. You're badass, Biltong. Thank you so much for the support. It says, thanks for the great show, Jeff. Cheers, everyone. Thank you, Biltong. I appreciate you. Let's get raiding, you hooligans. There we go. Hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get raiding.
featuring, damn it.
I was just going to say, because you dug so hard on this today. Especially that last minute thrash after your shitty day at work. But you see that though, right? We're getting a Jeff Mack raid right now. Thank you for the raid, Jeff Mack. You guys rated in at just the right time, because I was just about to scroll through the chat and say hello to everybody. Let's kick it off with you guys over on Rumble. Smash the like button, hit that repost, please. And if it's your first time here, consider giving us a follow. We do this Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. But I'm also out here at noon Eastern with news and coffee every day as well. Susan K. Spencer, hello and good evening. Pulled McGroin, study away. Let's see, who else we got? Original Claw, looking at meing on time and shit. Aha, Ripped Ordog is up. Good to see you, brother. Midwest Gunner, good evening. And we get the Jeff Mack raid hitting right as we're saying hello, Jeff Mack. Happy freedom, brother. Magic Moon, Jagular Really, Too Old to Care. Watchmen Arise. Hail Juicer, Cass Ass Supermod out there. Zero, Highway Dog, Prince of the Air Jr., Kaya, Plastic Quack. Good evening, everybody. Happy Freedom, Hooligans. Welcome to the show, and thank you for that raid again, Jeff Mack. Let's jump over to the pilled side. Salty Old Fart, Mr. Tizo. George, Limited Access. Good evening, everybody. SM Jameson. General Samuel Fields, good evening. Good to see you all, and welcome to the show. So the biggest...
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Good stuff. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow for more Coffee with Hooligans. I don't know if you guys saw that. Klaus Daniels is sitting on the back of the chair here. He thinks he's a parrot. Yeah, but you're a 20-pound cat. You're a good boy, though. Put you right on the spot. He's eyeballing me. He's like, what do you want? I want nothing. Either way, reading through, we're wrapping her up. Ghostly Cloud's like, feed me or else. Yeah, exactly. Hey, thanks for stopping in, 10 Man. I hope things start turning around for you. Ghostly. Anyone else see DC has a sewage problem and just pumping raw shit into Potomac River so DC doesn't flood in its own frozen shit? That's not how I thought they were going to drain the swamp. Yeah, no, Ghostly, I didn't know anything about that. Now I know. Oh, I appreciate you, Cass. Much love to you. Zero, most of the regulars are playing together. Yeah, that makes sense. Meta, I told you that Klaus was getting prepared to conquer. You're right. You were right. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Oh, I appreciate you, Zero. Thank you. Like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow for more Coffee with Hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go enjoy your day. Stay warm out there because it's the frozen apocalypse. That's a snow apocalypse outside. But find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe, and I'm going to try and do the same. And like I said, make your way back to us tomorrow for more Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.